Well, hello, Park Road Church family. Welcome to another episode of Always Reforming. This is your opportunity to hear news and updates on the life of Park Road. Friends, we're already about halfway through April, which means two things. First, happy allergy season. And second, it's a great time to pause and reflect on the health of Park Road. Park Road's first quarter runs through January, February, and March. We typically send out a first quarter update on Park Road's financial health. Now, a reminder about Park Road's health in general. The leaders of Park Road understand that health is a very complex reality, far more involved than simply our finances. Hopefully you have seen this before. You received this in our Covenant Partners class. There's one stack of them at the information table at the back of the gathering space, and we discussed this during our Vision Day sermon. But this is how we think through the health of Park Road. This reminds us all of the mission of this church family and reminds us of how we live that mission out, worshiping fully, learning humbly, loving extravagantly. This is an opportunity for us each to reflect on our engagement with what Jesus is doing in and through Park Road, how often we're worshiping together, how often we're in God's Word, how often we're studying God's Word with other believers, how often we are serving and praying for our neighbors who don't know Jesus. But indeed, one component of our health is financial. How much are we each contributing to and investing in the work of God in and through Park Road? So if you haven't seen this, please do go ahead and grab one. Any questions, let me know. But again, this is the first quarter update. So how is Park Road's health financially through the first quarter of 2024? And I do have some exciting news to share. Now, first quarter is a little bit weird. The fifth Sunday in March was March 31st. That means that anything given in the first quarter actually gets counted for the second quarter because those deposits weren't made until April. It's a little wonky, I know, but basically for the first quarter of 2024, giving is up between 3 and 5% over the first quarter in 2023. That means that if you compare 2023 and 2024, we're seeing between 3 and 5% more giving this year than we were this time last year, which is significant because the first quarter of 2023 was about a 5% increase in giving compared to the first quarter of 2022. So these are just 2 more years in what is now a multi-year trend in Park Road, grateful to receive an increase in giving. This means that each year more people are finding Park Road, are finding a home in Park Road, and so believe in what God is doing in and through Park Road that they are contributing financially to the work of God through this church family. So friends, if you have given for several years or longer to Park Road, thank you. If you've begun giving recently in the last 12 months, thank you to you as well. Together, God uses our financial sacrifices to provide for what He's doing in and through this precious church family. Also in the first quarter, we received over $1,600 in debt reduction. That goes to offset our first mortgage on the building, as well as the second mortgage, which is composed of construction costs from our renovation and HVAC costs from the new heating and air conditioning system several years ago. As a reminder, in addition to giving to the general budget, worship through giving, you can also give to debt reduction. We make those payments on a quarterly basis to pay down our debt. So friends, we thank you for your partnership. Now that's the good news about our income. The first quarter was slightly more expensive than anticipated due to a number of factors. There was a malfunction in our water system leading to an extravagantly high water bill in the first quarter. You noticed it was a snowier winter, which had us all celebrating, but the increased snowfall lead to increased snow removal costs. And then we signed a new contract with a new landscaping company. We are getting more professional service, but that does cost us just a little bit more. So the good news is, even though we're currently running a small deficit, most of those property costs, we will recoup half of them at the end of the year as CAM costs. We have common area maintenance charges for our tenant. We share property costs. And so what we're spending right now, that will get equaled out by about half at the end of the year. Also, in 2023, we saw in the second quarter a 14% increase in giving compared to second quarter in 2022. We anticipate God continuing to provide, and the second quarter of 2024 increasing giving and reducing that deficit this year as well. As a reminder, friends, you can continue giving online, parkroadchurch.com/giving. You can mark your gifts for worship through giving, which is the general budget, about 20% of which goes right back out the door to missions. You can also give to debt reduction, which helps us pay down the debt on the first and the second mortgage. But friends, again, please hear me. We are so thankful for the generosity and the sacrifice of this church family. Together, as we contribute financially, we see God do incredible things by His grace for His glory. And it is a privilege to be a part of that with you. Any questions, please do let me know. Email me, chris@parkroadchurch.com. And as always, I am so eager to worship with you this Sunday. Take care, friends, and be well.